Hey, I'm Chris McGinnis. You're the viewer. It's Thursday, and it's time to give you some audience participation training for Sweet Transvestite. Frank's big number and burst onto the scene. Starts fairly simple enough, not a whole lot of callback to do. So just a let play out. How do I see you've met my faithful handyman? He's just a little brought down because when you knocked, correct him politely and inform him they rang. He thought you were the Candyman, at which point echo the word Candyman 3 times and then scream as if you're being murdered. Don't get strung out on drugs. By the way I look, too late. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not much of a man, at which point you should respond, no shit, by the light of day, but by night I'm one hell of a lover. And when Frank throws the cape off and reveals himself, cheer and applaud wildly. He sings, I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania. And if you happen to be somewhere in Pennsylvania, it's fun to try and rhyme the city you're in with transsexual Transylvania. And if you want, follow it up with 90210. Frank continues on, let me show you around, maybe play you a sound. You look like you're both fucking goofy. But if you want something visual, like a movie, that's not too abysmal, like a Twilight movie, or insert the franchise that you hate there, we could take an old Steve Reeves movie, and then read some dialogue. I'm glad we caught you at home. And at which point I like to go, you're out. Rarely does anyone ever get it because it's dark in the theater, but it makes me laugh. Can we use your phone? See, we're both in a bit of a hurry. Left, right, left. We'll just say where we are, then go back to the car. We don't want to be any worry. Frank throws his water at the screen and then goes back to saying, well, you got caught with a flag. Well, how about this? How about that? Well, babies, don't you panic. By the light of the night, it'll all seem alright. I'll get you a satanic mechanic. No. And most people would like to throw out the name Auntie Osborne at that point. Let's get into the course. I'm just a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania, 90210. I like to yell out family portrait as Frank sits on the throne and everyone surrounds him. Why don't you stay for the night? Or maybe a bite, correct Columbia for licking her lips. I could show you my favorite obsession. Frank begins toying with Ruth's hair, so I've been making a man. You call that a man? With no hair and no tan? And he's good for relieving my tension. I'm just a sweet transvestite. You can see Columbia eyeing Frank up, so it's often appropriate to chant it in rhythm with the music. Check him out. From transsexual Transylvania. Hit it last time, because Frank is making a motion that's kind of like this. The last time it's often come to go, I'm just a diesel locomotive, and then followed up with a woo woo from transsexual Transylvania. And of course the moment at the end, so what? Come up to the lab and see what's on the slab. I see you shiver with anticipation, and during that pause, yell, say it as many times as you possibly can until he finishes it with patient. But maybe the rain is really to blame, so I'll remove your clothes, but not the symptoms. And then act as if you misunderstood him and hum the Simpsons theme for a little bit. Alright, that'll do it. Come back tomorrow.